How's it going, gamer? You got hands here, and today in Dauntless we're going over a pretty hilarious mobility build for the Springtide event, because you need to run super fast so you can collect the eggs, and you don't necessarily need to run fast for the rabbits, but the mobility does certainly help you and your team. As you're about to see, this build is pretty awesome because it's all based off of mobility for this funny Springtide event thing that we got going on where we have to collect eggs. And it necessarily is all about the speed because you don't really need to do much damage because the Styxian dogs only have about 450 health if I remember correctly. And also I did try to create this build with the more easy, more accessible armor pieces so everybody can use this build, you know. If anything, maybe this can help you go in the right direction of making some ridiculous build like this where it's just pure mobility. I mean, it is super fun to be able to run around this fast. I wish we ran this fast and still did the same damage with our regular builds that we did. So this build is also helpful when fighting the Styxian dogs as well. And I suggest the 2 different or 3 different things like the pylon, the fire grenade, and stuff like that. That's if you can afford it or have the change to waste on it. But the sword build is really good because Boreas' sword is really OP right now. And then I really love this special just so you can spin around and kill all the little doggies like that. It's definitely helpful to have perpetual blade core because it recharges your special and keeps you in it for a longer period of time. I'm about to show you how pretty awesome the fire grenade is alone just by itself. If you just herd a few of them around and throw the grenade right at the ground on all of them, boom! They just all disappear. It is really cool. I really like this build in terms of the speed and the fact that it does deal with these dogs pretty good. And hey gamer, if you don't like the sword, using chain blades is really effective in killing huge groups of these things too, because the heavy attack does a real broad AoE swing to where you attack all around you. So turn on your system, grab your Pluffle Hop eggs, and let's get ready! How's it going, gamers? Happy Springtide event. I'm super stoked to show you this ridiculous build. I said, hey, why not? You know, we make builds for all other reasons in Dauntless, you know, to be strong, to be fast, to survive. Well, this one's about running fast because clearly in the Springtide event, we're collecting eggs and we need to do it as fast as possible. So I figured, why not make a mobility build, you know, because the damage doesn't really matter. Because the little Stygians, those little dogs, they only have like 448 health. So that's like 2 swings from a sword or like 1 swing from an axe and a hammer. So your damage doesn't really matter. Maybe just try to use your strongest weapon. But in this build here, it's focused on running incredibly fast and even helping your teammates run fast if they happen to be close to you. And it recharges your stamina, blah blah blah. So let's just jump into this crazy mobile run fast Springtide event build. You know, what I like to use is the Cry of Shrike sword because it has 2 mobility cells. But like I said, y'all can mess around with this build and make one that's more relative to what you have, you know, what armor cells you have and what cells you have. And again, I try to use a lot of the basic weapons and armors that we get in the beginning of the game, so everybody could probably make this build, you know, because I know Malcarion's armor has grace in it, but not everybody has his armor. So like I said, let's just hop into this. The Cry Strike has conditioning in it, and after dodging, your next attack deals 100 bonus damage. So maybe while you're fighting those little dogs, dodge every now and then to get a little bit extra damage so you can kill them faster. What I like to use is a sprinter cell because that reduces our max stamina and we don't even really need that. Plus we have conditioning, but it increases our movement speed like crazy and it reduces our sprint costs. Hello, that is great. You know, if you have 2 sprinter cells, use them. I unfortunately didn't, but there's already so much mobility and speed in this build that I didn't think it really mattered. But like I said, if you got it, use it. Next, I use Grace because that increases our sprinting movement speed and at higher levels converts the movement speed into attack speed, which is cool, but we're mostly worried about the movement speed. And for the special mod, use what you have, guys. It's really whatever you think that you enjoy using, but I really like using Ardent Cyclone because once I do fill up my meter, it has me spinning around and doing 360 damage to all the little Stygian dog things. And that really helps, you know, just gather them all up and then hit all of them that are around you. So it really does help. And Perpetual Blade Core replenishes your super if you continuously do damage. So if you happen to have a lot of them around you and you're hitting them, your super recharges so you can continuously do that damage and defeat those dogs as fast as possible. For the head, I like to use Scrave's helmet that has a fleet-footed in it, and we're going to put a +3 grace cell. For the chest piece, that Stormclaw's chest piece that has an energized cell, that's so we can regenerate our super faster, our special. And then we're going to put a swift cell in there. And for the hands, this is Karabak's hands, and that has a conditioning cell, and we're going to put a +3 swift cell in there. I didn't soup this one up all the way max, but it doesn't really matter. It honestly doesn't, because this build has so much speed. And for the feet, you can use a different one, but I wanted to have conduit just in case I did get enough attack swings to where I could use my increased attack speed from conduit. But like I said, it's not that important. You could use, I believe it was Scrave's feet. That'll also work because it has a mobility cell. And we're going to put a fleet-footed cell in there. For the lantern, we're definitely going to use Shrike's Zeal because your instant tap makes you move 40% faster for 6 seconds. Whoa, that is crazy. And the hold makes an aura and increases the attack speed and the movement speed of nearby slayers also, so that helps when you're fighting all the little doggies, And I put an energized cell in this so I can have energized +6 so I can increase my special more. Also, if you have Zeal, the new cell Zeal, use it because it increases the effectiveness of your insta tap. And that's all up to you if you want more movement speed or if you want more special recharge, through energized. Like I said, it's entirely up to you because this build is all about ridiculously just running fast and having fun. And for the tonics and stuff, this is the stuff I suggest. Maybe an Inferno Grenade because it does do blaze damage and it leaves a pool of fire for about 4 seconds that does some significant damage as well. So that's a little bit of extra damage if you're trying to kill a bunch of those little doggies. And then for speed, if you do want to waste, tonics on this, you can use for increased attack speed so you can get more of your swings out, more DPS to kill them faster as well. And same thing for the pylon. It'll increase, make an aura so everybody has increased damage around you, and it'll also help you kill more of the doggies faster. So all in all, what we got is a +6 energized that increases our weapon recharge rate by 40%. And then we have +6 fleet-footed with after dodging, which I just randomly will dodge, that'll gain 35 movement speed for 3 seconds. That's just a little boost, a little something to throw in there. Grace, this one's important for the build. While sprinting, you gain up to 20% after sprinting. Movement speed, I apologize. 20% movement speed after sprinting. For swift, while your weapon is sheathed, which it will be while we're running, you grant another 30% movement speed to all nearby slayers. So that is really great, guys. You can just see how this is stacking up. And you're not going to be running out of stamina because your weapon is sheathed, but in case you are when you're fighting all the little Styxian dogs, you have a +25% stamina regeneration. And conduit, that's just a little bit of something to help us swing faster than the rest of our team while we are fighting. And then sprinter, I only had one in there, but if you have another one, go ahead and make that a +6 and take something else out, least important, like fleet-footed, and make sprinter in there. That'll give you less stamina, but that, like I said, that's not important because we're not running around with our weapon. And that'll give you a +17.5% movement speed if you have a +6. So y'all see what's going on here. This build is ridiculous and fun. It's all based off of movement speed and run incredibly fast. And as you saw in the clip before, it is definitely fast. And me and my team, we've gotten well over 100 eggs every run. About 70 the Styxian dogs, and of course the bunny herding, that's all about you and your teammates' teamwork and skill level. But regardless, I hope y'all enjoy this fun build while the event is still alive and still trucking, and I hope you collect a whole bunch of eggs and herd a whole bunch of bunnies, and happy hunting, slayers.
Hey, if you found this video helpful, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and throw a comment down below. Hey, and don't forget to tell your friends about what I got going on here. This is Hans signing out. Peace, y'all.